y'all on Instagram. One more minute and we're gonna get started. You're live. It's saying that I'm live, but I have no video on YouTube. All right, so they just gonna have to get. I don't know if YouTube is having problems. They just gonna have to get the audio, and I'll upload it from Instagram to YouTube. One more minute. One more minute, guys, and I'll be there to start this session. All right, guys, here I come. I had to grab me a drink because, like I told you, I was running late. I'm always running late when it comes to this. I just magically happen to get here on time every week, which is surprising. Let's get started. I'm pouring me a cocktail. Let's go. I don't know what's going on with my YouTube channel, but okay. Let's pour a cocktail and get this party started. Okay. I got a little mango juice, a little orange juice, a little tequila. We're going to get this party started. Now, today's topic is, which is very interesting, can men and women be in a platonic relationship? And I'm on both sides of the coin. I'm on both sides of the coin just because I have male friends that I have been friends with all my life, and I don't think of them like that. I didn't hook them up with my girls, and I just don't feel that way about them. But I've also had the other side. So the research that I did, this is what it's saying. It says large studies show that women underestimate and were blind to the mindset of their opposite sex friend because women generally were not attracted to the male friend. They assumed the feelings were mutual. So men consistently overestimate the level of attraction felt by the female friend, and women consistently underestimate the level of attraction felt by their male friend. In layman's terms, the women be like, "This my boy. This we rocking. We've been friends for forever," and the man is like, "Damn, I ain't even looked at Tina like that. I ain't even know Tina had a booty like that. Let me put my phone on do not disturb. Apologize in advance. Hold on one second. Do not disturb because it's going to keep going off. Done. I apologize. But yeah, and then Tina is like, that's my boy. And Born is like, oh no, it's popping. And we listen, she got dressed in front of me last week, and I didn't even know she had a booty like that. Hey, welcome, guys. So the studies are showing that. Oh, let's have one. The studies are showing that women are more likely to keep it as a platonic friendship and like that's my boy, and not cross the levels, while men are likely to be like, oh yeah, I could do it, whether they want to be in a relationship with the woman or whether they want to just be friends and hit it. The studies are showing that most men are prone to, they overestimate how a woman feels when they're in a platonic relationship, and women underestimate the relationship of how that man might feel about them. I thought it was interesting because, like I said, I have friends, Tom G, Chris Freeman, Jay New, let me see, Benz. They know who they are if they see this. I grew up in Neptune. These are my boys. I've been friends with them for a long time. I don't see them like that, but I've actually been on both sides of the coin. I'm really upset about this YouTube channel because it's live and it's not live, and I don't know what that means. But I've been on both sides of the coin, like I said, because I have friends that I don't think of like that. Hey, welcome. And I also have friends that I had one particular friend back in the day. Let's see, this was early 2000s, and me and him was together every single day. I cooked breakfast for us at the crib. We chilled all day. This is in my 20s. So, I had a little job at the soul food spot or maybe here or there. So it wasn't like I had to go to work every day. And he was about that street money. And we crossed paths and we crossed the line. Like he had a girl, I had a guy, but um we spent so much time together that eventually we crossed the line. And that's a friendship that I regret because we could never get that back. Like I loved him, I respect him, I adored him, and we were the friends for a long time. And after that, it was like, it never went back to the same. So like I said, I've been on both sides of the coin, and I have my friends that I love dearly and I'll do anything for, that I'm friends with now, guy friends, but I've also been on the same side of the coin. And it's so funny. I went to go get my hair cut today, and I was in there talking to the fellas or whatever, my barber or whatever, and the people that were in the barbershop. We're not going to talk about names. I ain't naming nobody, but the people that were in the barbershop, it was mixed feelings. So a person said no, you couldn't, and they crossed that line, and the person said you could, and the person that said you couldn't said it just depends on the person, the people, and the relationship that they have. And I'm on, like I said, I'm on both sides of the token with this, because I really can't say yay or nay, because again, I've been in both situations. And y'all know what it is. For the newcomers, that means take a sip. I've been on both sides of the coin, and it could get sticky and it can get tricky, because you really, if you have a good friendship, my advice, because I've been there, if you have a good friendship, keep the friendship. Don't even mess with it. Don't even I don't care how good he look, he smell good. And this is where the line cross, because you're with that person, you consider them a friend, so you telling them, like, old boy said that I do it like this, and he like, yeah, I'll be flipping chicks and yada yada. And they talking about sexual things, something that I would talk to with one of my girlfriends. You having a general conversation, because this is your friend, and you're basically saying, hey Marissa, welcome. You're basically saying everything you would say with one of your girlfriends or one of your guy friends. Hey, hey, twin. You're basically having these conversations like it was your girl or your guy, your dude, like you're in the barbershop or wherever. So you begin to share a lot. So you sharing how you might have did this with this guy. He sharing how he did this with this girl. Y'all spending a lot of time together. He smelled good, you smell good. Y'all both attractive individuals. And for me, my personal experience, the line got crossed and we was never the same after that. Not that we enemies or nothing, but I don't think we could see each other like that. I think it's always going to be a time and a place. And the thing about it is, I reached out to him last year, like, I miss you, let's hang out. And we never did that. But again, like I said, I'm on both sides of the coin. I have friends that I've been with, all like rocking with since junior high, Neptune middle school. And then I have friends that, a friend in particular, that we crossed the line and we never got it back. We never got the mojo back. So how do y'all feel about it? Let's talk about it. How do y'all feel? Do y'all feel like men and women can be friends, platonic relationships, and not cross that line? I want to hear from y'all and what y'all think, because a lot of people are solid on their answer and saying that no, they can't, and some people are saying yes. I'm going to keep saying I'm upset about my my YouTube, because it's not giving me video feed, only audio feed. I have no picture, and I'm not happy about that. But for those who may have logged on to YouTube, if y'all interested in seeing this, I'm on IG Live right now. Y'all are welcome to join us. Kicking It with K is the name. But yeah, tell me how y'all feel about that. Do you think Men and women can be in a platonic relationship without crossing the line? I'm just reading some comments. Mm. Twin is saying, yes, definitely. I have real male friends that we have always been friends. All right, so let me ask you, you have real male friends that you have always been friends with. Have you ever looked at them in that way? Did they walk by and they cologne was like, well, damn. Did they line up was looking good one day? Did you flirt? Is it or has it always been just your friend? Mrs. Hicks is saying, don't mess up a great friendship. I agree. I agree, but lesson learned. Now I know better. Welcome. Tanisha Talks. Welcome, A Tribe Called Mez. I had to learn through experience, Mrs. Hicks, that I shouldn't have did that. But like I said, I have good friends that I'll never cross that line and never thought of them like that. I'm gonna have to agree with the guy that was in the barbershop. I guess it depends on your relationship. Like, is y'all kicking it because y'all co-workers and y'all friends, or have y'all been friends for a long time, or the situation in the individual? I'm gonna have to agree with him just a little bit. Tanisha Talk says if they are attractive, people. Hold on, let me see because it's going up. People find each other attractive. I don't think so. Okay, so you're saying no. If you're attractive, no. But what if you've been friends for forever? Like, what if you literally been friends for a very, very, very long time, and both of y'all are attractive? What do you do then? Big Country is saying, nope, never looked at my guy friend in that way. Yeah, I have several male friends that I never looked at them in that way, but I don't know if they peeking at me. I don't know if they peeking at me now, but yeah, yeah, I get it. I get it. If you're tuning into my YouTube, which I see people are here, I need you to go to my Instagram, unless you're all right with just hearing it, because for some reason I'm having difficulties and it's not giving me the live stream. It's only giving me the audio. It's not giving me the video. I can't have that. Okay. Trey is saying I can't have that type of relation. It would always end up on their part coming on to me or wanting more. Yeah, because like I said, statistics were saying that um men overestimate how a woman feels about them when they're in a platonic relationship, and women underestimate how a guy feels about them in a platonic relationship. Layman's terms is men is always ready for the relationship, and most of the time women are like, this is my friend and I don't want to cross the line. So yeah, that makes sense. But let me see what else y'all saying. What y'all laughing at? Oh, y'all laughing at me because I don't know if they be peeking. Everybody. Here's the thing. Everybody be acting like they don't like a big girl, but I'm finding out. I don't know if the COVID didn't sink in and people was doing true confessions like Usher, but I'm finding out by watching my IG and my Facebook that a little bit more guys is into big girls than I thought. I ain't know somebody was peeking at me. I recently, the crazy part about it, sidebar. When I say sidebar, we gonna go off the course. We gonna come back. But recently, I had somebody reach out to me that I went to school with, and I never looked at. But damn, he looked different now. He looked good, and we started talking a little bit on the side or whatever. And I was like, "Why you ain't never say nothing to me in school or whatever?" I was like, "You was peeking at me." He was like, "Yeah, I was looking at you." He's like, your crowd. You was in a different type of crowd. You was doing different things. I ain't want to say nothing." He's like, "Plus, you was real loud and boisterous. I didn't know if you was going to shoot me down." I was like, "Oh, y'all was peeking. Oh, y'all was peeking. Okay, y'all peeking." Oh, let me see. Oh, they love big girls. Yes, they do. They do, but they be fronting. I don't know if they think their friends is gonna be ashamed, but their friends is the one that's with the big girls. But okay. But anybody else want to care to share with me? How y'all feel about this? I was telling the fellas in the barbershop today, I said, would you please come on today? I just feel like it's always women on here. I want some men. My cousin came on here one time and he talked. Um, and that was the only male I had. I be asking my friends, they be fronting on me, but want to laugh all day on YouTube or whatever. Nope, never. See, I see 3 people are on my YouTube right now. If you're on my YouTube right now, I apologize for the technical difficulties. I paid my internet bill. I promise you I did yesterday. But it's not streaming for me. So if you want to see my beautiful face, you can go to Instagram right now. I'm live on Kicking It with Kay. If you don't mind, you can stay on here and listen to me. I don't know what's going on with it, but allowing me to do anything. My camera is completely I don't know, it's open. I don't know what's going on. So rock with me if you want to. But anywho, well, let's see what else the people's is saying. Let's see what else. Mm, 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 mm. If they're attractive. Oh, I've seen all of that. Y'all not talking too much to me today. I need a little bit of interaction today. Usually we go in. Um, I think platonic relationships are healthy because you can't always, well, you don't always want to go to your girlfriends and talk about things that maybe a woman wouldn't understand, and versus the man, you need a man to say, yo, you wildin'. No, you're bugging. No, this is what he might want. And I mean, that intake and that opinion is everything to me. It's everything to me. I actually just had a conversation with one of my friends, my male friends, and he just started dating this girl, big girl. And he was saying to me that he tells her all the time that she's beautiful and he thinks she could be the wife and yada yada yada. And he was saying that she don't receive it well. And I was just telling him, like, maybe she got low self-esteem. I said, big girls haven't always been the thing. Like, we just coming into age where big girls, we got models that's big girls. And why do we always have to say big girls? Let's say I like fluffy, whatever. But anyway, big girls ain't always been the thing. And it might be hard for her to accept that. We don't know what she went through. I said, then you just have to keep reinforcing her that she's the shit. You like her. You think she's beautiful, and you got to keep going with that. And if you're on my I'm gonna keep saying this because I see people coming off and on my YouTube. If you're on my YouTube right now and you can't see, it's because I'm having some trouble. It's not giving me video, but you can go on to my Instagram now and it's Kicking It with K, same name, and you can see me. But I was actually talking to my friend, like I was saying, and I was just telling him, like, you have to reinforce her. You have to make sure she knows that I'm looking at you. It might be a whole bunch of girls around, but I'm looking at you. I said, you got to stay the course. I said, you got to just make her feel, wanted and like she's beautiful. And those are the conversations that I dig and I love, because that's a platonic relationship that he was able to get something from me, and hopefully down the line I could get something for him. So I'm all for platonic relationships, but sometimes it goes left, and I'm here to say that it did go left in my past, and I regret it because that was one of my good friends. Let's read some questions here. Twin is saying dudes always want to put big girls in the friend zone. Yeah, I agree. I agree. But sidebar, they be looking and like, oh, okay, she's pretty solid. She could cook. We know that. She's pretty cool. And I definitely agree with that. We sidebarring right now. We sidebar. Going to another subject. He should keep letting her know and do something spontaneous to get her attention. I agree. I agree. And I told him I was going to check back in with him a couple of weeks. So today, probably after this show, I'm going to check back in with him. Like, what's going on with her? You good with her? Because he thought she had wifey potential. Let him tell it. Let him tell it. She had wifey potential. So, we're going to see. We're going to see where it go. But, I jumped on here because I thought this would be a hot topic for men and women about this platonic relationship. And as I was telling y'all, when I was in the barbershop today, it was on and popping. It was like, it was a hot topic. Like I almost wanted to, I know I couldn't because one particular person, he don't want to be involved. I almost wanted to jump on and like pre-record it and then show it like into my show and then start at 7 o'clock, because it was interesting how they jumped right in. And it's like, y'all jumping in, where y'all at? I want to hear from y'all. I want to hear from men and see what's going on, because they was about it. They was like, I had chick, and I was fucking her, and then she came. Like, it was just, it got heated, and that's why I love the barbershop. Cheers to the sidebar again. Cheers to the barbershop. Cheers to the barbershop, because the barbershop always gets it lit. Hello, Divine, Mrs. G. Welcome, 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 Steph. Welcome everybody that's just starting. Thanks for tuning in. I'm supposed to do this again. For those who don't know, when I ring this, it's time for a cocktail. You just take a sip and keep it moving. But I wanted to get like more opinions and talk about this a little bit more. For the ones that are coming in, Stephanie, you always have something to say good. I would love to hear from Divine Mrs. G. How do you feel about men and women being in a platonic relationship, and do you think that's possible, or do you think men and women will always cross the line? I always do a little bit of research. I ain't over here like typing all night and day. I just do a little bit of research, and my research showed that women underestimate men and how they feel in a platonic relationship, and men overestimate how a woman feels about them in a platonic relationship. And basically, layman's terms is the man be with it and the woman be like, this is where I want to be, and like, I like our friendship, I like our vibe. So I just wanted to get everybody's opinion about it so we can continue the topic and talk about it. A Tribe Called Mez is saying, for those that just tuned in, recap us on what happened at the barbershop. I missed that part. Okay, so I went to the barbershop today to get my hair cut. And I brought drinks because I was just having that type of week. So my barber, been with him almost 6 years. March will be 6 years. And I was like, have a drink with me. And we started talking, and I started telling them like, I started a show. That's why I came to get fresh to death. And tonight's the show. So they started asking me about it. I'm like, it's called Kicking It with Kay. They're like, where you at? I'm like, on YouTube and Instagram. So one particular fella, he said he would follow and like me and follow my page, subscribe. And they was like, well, what do you be talking about? So I talk about different stuff all the time. I said, tonight's topic is platonic relationships. And I said, how do y'all feel about that? And I got both sides of it. Both sides was, people were like saying, not saying names, that's not what I'm doing. People were saying that a particular person said that they don't think it's feasible. They don't think that you can be in a relationship, you'll cross the line. And then another one said that they thought it was possible because they've been friends with somebody for so long. But he also said it depends on the person and where you are, like where you are in your life or who that person is. But it started to get heated because they was going back and forth, like talking over each other and everything. And I almost wanted to record it, but it wouldn't have went good with them. They wasn't about that life. They didn't want to be a part of it. But I asked them to, tune in. Like I want to hear more about it, and I want to hear it from a male's point of view. And I want to vibe out. I mean, I just feel like it's not enough males on here, and I don't know if they don't want to talk about it, but it got heated. Like it got heated. They was giving particular instances where I was locked up and she was holding me down, and we never did, and then she was always here for me, and they just went into details, and I wanted it to be here in this forum. I wanted them to come and talk about it, because I just feel like if we could talk as individuals, men and women, and talk it out, work some things out. Men might be able to work it out and give us some answers, and we might be able to work it out and give them some answers. But it got heated and it was bomb. I'm driving, can only listen tonight. Oh, okay. Steph says she's driving, can only listen tonight. But it was just good dialogue, and I was like, ooh, I would love to do a show My barber ain't trying to hear it, but I would love to do a show in the barbershop. That would be dope. That would be dope to do a night in the bar. He ain't gonna stay this late. It's 7 something. Do a show in the barbershop and be able to talk to y'all and be able to talk to them. That would be dope. I'm gonna have to try to convince him. I'm gonna have to try to convince him. Let's see what they say. Because I'm friends with the fellas in the barbershop sidebar. We are friends. It's K. Oh, did I do this? But yeah, it got pretty heated and they were very happy to share. But where they at? You know what I'm saying? I'm so upset about my YouTube, y'all. I'm gonna keep saying it because it's not taping. It's taping the audio, but the camera's not on, and I don't know what to do to fix it. But I guess they can hear it, and that'll be the end of it. But let's see. Let me see if I see some comments here. Do 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 do. No, it's not fixing it. I don't know what's going on with my YouTube. But I wanted to jump on here. Like I said, I always want to talk about things that just pop up in my mind and that I think is a good topic and a good conversation about us going back and forth and maybe learning and growing about the things that's going on in my head. Because I was like, oh, that's a good topic. And the way I work out my topics for Thursday nights is I try to write down a couple of topics and then I pray on it. Monday night is usually when I write down a couple of jot down because they say when you write things down, it manifests and it comes to fruition and all that stuff. So Monday nights, I usually jot down a couple of topics, and this was one of them. I prayed on it by Tuesday night. Well, Wednesday morning, because it was 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I was like, that's it. We're gonna talk about that. And I just think it's interesting that like I said, I'm on both sides of the spectrum because I believe it is possible because I have friends that I don't look at like that. I don't know if they ever looked at me like that. They might have been peeking, like I said. And I also had a friend that I was really good friends with and spent a majority of my days and nights with, like literally spent the night at my house. I spent the night at his house. We talked, we laughed, we got money together. We did everything and we crossed that line. One night he spent the night and creeped up them steps and mm, that's just what it was. But I have regrets about that because now we're not friends anymore. And like I said before, we never been the same. And I reached out to him maybe like a month ago, 2 months ago, and said, let's hang out. And I haven't heard from him. One Pretty Dark Closet is saying, yes, that would be dope because we all want to know the talk in the barbershop. Oh, I've been talking in the barbershop for almost 6 years. The talk in the barbershop is vicious. C. Sims is saying that Cicely Tyson just passed. Oh my. Rest in peace, Cicely Tyson. Wow. Wow, yeah. I guess 2020 is jumping right into 2021. And wow. Rest in peace. Wow. Um, but to get back to topic, yeah, I would love to do an episode of Kicking It with Kay in the barbershop, but I know for a fact that it would have to be earlier than 7 o'clock because my barber ain't staying till no 7 o'clock at night. I already know that. He barely want to stay to 5. I caught him today at what, 4 o'clock, 4:30. But I'm gonna talk to him about that because I would love to do an episode of Kicking It with Kay in the barbershop. That would be super dope. Super, super, super dope. So I'm gonna pitch that to him and see what he says. I'm gonna pitch that to him and see what he says. I think we're gonna wrap this up. Normally Kicking It with Kay, we're on for like an hour. Like initially, I wanted the show to be a half an hour, but once we got on and started having dialogue and going back and forth, welcome, Sister Lovely. Once we started the dialogue or whatever, I knew it wasn't possible for us to do it for a half an hour, but I don't ever want to drag nothing out. So we're not going to share anymore, unless Sister Lovely has some input on this. Welcome, Sister Lovely. I was having a conversation with the girl, Lise, about platonic relationships, and I said that studies show that men overestimate how a woman feels in a platonic relationship, and women underestimate. Layman's terms, a man be with it and a woman be like, I'm fine with where we are. I also shared that I was in a barbershop today and the fellas had a lot to say about it, and it was very interesting. If you want to jump in and share your story, your journey, or how you feel, welcome. You're welcome to do that. You absolutely agree, Sister Lovely. You agree to what? What are you agreeing to? Tell me. Tell me. I'm hungry. What we eating tonight? Um, I fed my baby, but I didn't feed myself. What are you agreeing to, Sister Lovely? Or when are you getting yourself over here? We are single ladies in the mix. We need to make this happen. Both Scorpios too. What are you agreeing to, Sister Lovely? Lovely sister. Again, rest in peace to Cicely Tyson, one of our icons. Sister Lovely, I feel that women can definitely be platonic friends with men, but men can't necessarily do the same. You know why I think that is? Because men are more geared with the physical. So if she got a boobie, a booty, some juicy lips, in her tights and tank top when he come over, he gonna want it. And I think women, um, well, I can't say for all, but I agree with that to a certain extent because I think women we're more geared emotionally. Like a man could be fine. Like I got some fine male platonic friends, but I don't look at them like that. Those are my friends. We gonna kick it. We gonna laugh. We gonna have a good time, and that's gonna be the end of it. So I agree. But like I said, the studies show that men bout that life and women are not. So that's that. Um, Sister Lovely says, and we definitely need to get. Yeah. Can we please get out? I'm calling you after this. Be available. A tribe called Mez says, when I was younger, I had a male best friend, but my man at the time had an issue with it, even though it was simply platonic. Yeah, men can't deal with that. You know what? I was thinking about my next topic, and I don't know if it's going to be my next topic. It may, but I don't know. On the way home today, I was thinking about a topic. We sidebarring about the superior. I was gonna say race. The superior. I'm having a brain fart. The superior gender. There it is. Because I really believe that women are the superior gender. I mean, what would they do without us? But we going to skip past that and we'll get back to that. But that's what I was thinking my next topic should be. It may be, it may not be. Let me see. C Sims said, I had men friends for years. So tell me, C Sims, if you had men friends for years, how did your men friends I mean, like you've never felt anything other than friendship with your male friends, or have they ever pursued you in your friendship and you thought like, whoa, what's going on? Have you ever experienced that? Sister Lovely says, and those are the men that get mad about being friend zoned. Yeah, I mean, it happens, but yeah, men are very visual, physical. They don't know nothing about emotion. Thank you. Be very available, Sister Lovely. I'm calling you after this. Everybody take a drink. It's Thursday. It's ladies' night. Hey, feel right. Oh, yes, it's ladies' night. Y'all all better have a drink too. Oh, what a night. Ladies' night. Boy, I wish we can get out and go out somewhere. Corona is taking my life. Stephanie, you said you was driving. Now don't play now. One of my besties is a dude, and we never crossed that line. Yeah, absolutely. he's the friends that I have, they're not my besties, but we got some laughs together. I actually reached out to a couple of my boys maybe like 2-3 months ago, and I was like, yo, we need to get together. And it's so crazy because I called him and he was like, they call me Killer where I'm from. So he was like, Killer, yo, I was just talking about you. We got to get together. And it was just crazy because I used to hang with guys a lot. That was my thing. So yeah, I get it. C Sims says brother and sister relationships. Yeah, you get so close to them, you can call them your brother. Bruh. Like, yeah, I absolutely agree with that. But that's what you're saying your experience was. It was like brother and sister relationships. Are you still friends, C Sims, with those people, with those male guys, with the friends? One pretty doll says Cookie has no face to some men. You got that right. Listen, they sniffing around. They're like, oh, we might. So yeah, I wonder when you start a relationship and you kicking it and chilling with your male friends, is it always on their mind? Or do they feel the same way that we feel? Like, are they like, no, that's my girl. Like, I know I can go to her to bail me out, because that was the reality of it in the 20s, because everybody was a dope boy. Or are they saying I'm friends with her because one day I'm gonna slip up in here, or maybe she gonna cry because she deal with some, excuse me, unworthy dudes, and I'm gonna slip up in there. So I wonder if that's their agenda, or are they really saying this is my friend? Because I really consider some of my male friends, my friends. Period. Point blank. Nothing else. No more, no less. Their girls thought something was going on. Yeah, because we're emotional. C. Sims is saying their women of her platonic friend, male friend, was thinking something was going on. Because we're emotional. And we get to thinking like, oh, so she calls you at 12 o'clock at night? What's she calling you for? What else you doing for her? What's she doing for you? Oh, she baked you some cookies? I can remember. I can remember dating. I'm not gonna tell who. And he came home with a plate. And it was from a female friend. And this is what Kay did. Oh, this is from her? Oh, you got it from her? Trash can. Ain't no plates coming in here. The plate, if you was home on time, you would have ate the plate that was in the microwave. But now it's wrapped up in no. So I can get it. Because we emotionally geared and we be doing the most for no reason. All of the above, one pretty doll is saying. Mrs. Hicks is saying, my question is, why some women like to make a platonic relationship seem like it's more than what it is? I've seen some real vindicate mess. Okay. I think I know what you're talking about. But I don't know why women. Well, here's the thing. Maybe that woman is trying to get another man jealous. You gotta think like that. Like maybe she like, oh, hanging with this guy every day, or maybe they're friends and it's a man that she want. We are a different type of species. Women, boy, we be thinking, overthinking, doing too much, doing too late. We something else. We something else. So maybe she trying to get another man jealous, or maybe she think there is something and he gonna change. And even though the studies show something different, everything is based on the situation and the people. Some women might be saying, I know he said, oh, listen. Wow. And I know a tribe called Mez knows what I'm talking about, because I was friends. I'm gonna get into that for real. For real. Mrs. Hicks said. And then one pretty doll closet says, yes, if I don't feed you, Negro, don't eat. Exactly. A tribe called Mez says, what are your thoughts on work wives and work husbands? And they don't want to see their friend with anyone else. Mrs. Hicks said, I'm going to address all of that, but let me just get into something that I had. And the tribe called Mez know where I'm coming from. I started talking to this guy. I was laid off at the time. And I started talking to him on the phone every single day. Oh, I looked cute when I did that. Ooh, beat. Anyway, every single day. When I mean every single day, I would take him to the grocery store on speakerphone or in my headsets. I would be playing cards with my cousins and my friends, and he would be on a speakerphone. We would watch movies, 3-4 movies a day while we was on the phone, laughing and watching movies. Like We was everything. Like, yo, this was my dude. But I definitely had feelings for him. But we said we was going to keep it strictly platonic. And the more and more we talk, like, how can you, like, I swear to you, it was like 4 months straight. We did everything. Like, we talked on the phone 24 hours a day, to the point where some of my cousins and stuff came over, we playing spades or whatever. And they like, damn, who was you on the phone with? I'm like, my bestie. And my one cousin's like, bestie my ass. Ain't no bestie. He on the phone. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. We going to White Castles. Me, my cousins in the car, and he in the car. Like, damn, if I was there, I would like it. Just every single day, movies, day and night, I was on the phone with him. And we never took it there. We never had an opportunity. He's out of state to take it there. And then me being the friend, knew of another person that I thought would be perfect for him. And once I made the initial hookup, like exchange numbers, I was sick to my stomach. That's when I knew, like, I'm really digging this dude. I really like this dude. And I just hooked him up with somebody else. And I was sick to my, I call my girl. She know, she on here. And I was sick to my stomach. And that just, I don't know. So like I said, I'm on both sides of this. Like, I know for a fact I can be friends with male friends, and I know for a fact that I've crossed that line before. Now let's go to the questions, because there was a couple of questions in here. A tripod med says, what are your thoughts with work wives and work husbands? That's a slippery slope. Welcome, Sydney. Welcome. That's a slippery slope. I don't know. I guess it depends on. No, I've had work husbands, but I guess it depends on your situation. If you're married, if you're involved with somebody, are you going too far? I mean, it's such a light. Okay, we say it right, and we say it all the time. Oh, that's my work husband. Oh, that's my work wife. Playing, but is it just y'all connected at work? Y'all laugh and talk, y'all might have lunch, and you vibe with that person and you click with that person? Or are you starting to feel a certain way about that person? Like, are you invested emotionally? Because what you do need to understand is that they say a majority of the time that you spend 8 hours of the day with this person. So you're likely to have personal, emotional, involved conversations about both of your lives, which can begin to develop into something that ain't supposed to develop, or isn't supposed to. Let me be proper. That isn't supposed to develop, and it could get messy. It could get tricky. And I've heard from men that said that's why a lot of men sleep with their secretaries, because y'all getting. I've heard from a particular couple of men that say y'all getting money together. This is your secretary. She going hard, making appointments. She's, she got the latte when your business, when somebody come in with business, she greets them a certain way. So she is putting forth effort to you getting more money. And they say most men are about money than anything else. Women, we're emotional, we're geared to our husband, our boyfriend, our children. We want to provide, we want to be there. But men is about money. Everything that a man does is about paper. So I was talking to this individual, and he was saying that's why most men sleep with their secretary, because she's a part of the bread. She's a part of the money. She there getting money with me. She's booking. She might book a flight, and he might say, "Come on, I need you, because I need you to be by my side when I present this presentation to people, and you know the business, and you know how to smooth people." And that's when all lines get crossed. So it happens every day in the workplace. You spend the majority of your time with these people. You go home, think about it. You leave at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, and you're at work for 8 hours. Some people are at work for 12 hours. And then you come home and you're exhausted. And you got to be a mother, and you got to be a husband, and you got to be all of that, but you're tired. And you might even be aggravated depending on how your day went. So you may have dinner with them, or you may not. Your plate might be in the microwave, men or women, men or women. And you don't really have that much interaction with them. You lay next to them at night. You might have sex. On the weekends, you might watch a movie. You might be involved with the kids. And you're not that involved like you are with the person that you are at work with. And that's where lines get crossed. I mean, it happens every day. I don't condone it, but it happens every day. And it's a tricky and a slippery slope. Let's see what else we got. Doo-doo. Mrs. Hicks say they don't want to see their friend with anyone else. What you mean? They don't want to see their friend with anyone else. What that mean? Talk about it. Work wife. No, ma'am. Let me find out. Ooh, she violent. She said, let me find out. She gonna be locked and loaded with a scully on and a hoodie. Let me see. Rob, welcome. We have a man in here. Welcome, Rob. Rob did my first tattoo. Hang loose, Maui. Welcome, friend. Kay Love It. Welcome, cousin. One pretty dollar saying no work wife allowed. No, ma'am. My hubby has had that. Then they come on to him, and then boom, they're divorced. Oh my. Oh my. So welcome everybody. The topic is, as y'all can see below, is can men and women have platonic relationship without crossing the line? I would like to get your opinion on it. As I said in the beginning of the show, studies show, which I studied or I looked up, that men overestimate how a woman feels in a platonic relationship and women underestimate how a man feels in a platonic relationship. Layman's terms is men is always with it and women are always wanting to stay right where they are, like want to have a friendship with a man and don't cross that line. I would like to know, for the people who just came in, how do y'all feel about platonic relationships? Do you think it exists? Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it actually can work? And one of the viewers on here actually said, Mrs. Hicks said, oh no. A Tribe Called Mess actually said, how do you feel about work wives and work husbands? And one of my new friends on here is newly married. How do you feel? How do y'all feel? For the new people that just tuned in, how do y'all feel? And every time y'all see this bell for the new people, we're going to take a sip. Take a sip. That wasn't a sip. That was a gulp. That's the type of week I had. Let's take a sidebar real quick. 2020 was hell on wheels. 2021 ain't looking like it's shaping up to be nothing either. Love on your people. Kiss your kids, kiss your spouse, call your friends, text and stop by and call your aunties and all of that. Love on your people. People are not promised. And it's definitely more than ever. Like, let's focus on loving each other and making sure, checking on people and making sure they're good. It's crazy these last 2 years. Y'all know what it is. Shauna, welcome. First time. You're welcome to share anything. But how y'all feel? Kay Love It, Hanging Loose, Maui. How do y'all feel about platonic relationships? Rob, if you're still here, how do y'all feel about platonic relationships? Do you think it exists? Do you think women and men can actually be in a platonic relationship without crossing lines? I want to hear from y'all. Oh, C. Sims wants to go live. So let's go live. Let's go live. She wants to talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's see. Waiting for her to come in.
Push down.
Hello. Hello, Auntie. Welcome.
Hello, what did I do?
You pressed the request button that you wanted to talk. Do you want to talk about this, or was that a mistake?
A mistake.
Oh, Lord. Bye. Hang up.
Look, you know I don't know what I'm doing.
Lord Jesus. Blondie. Okay, she hung up. Welcome, Amber. Welcome. Okay, Kay Lovett says, I think it can exist, and I'm a witness. Okay. Well, Kay Lovett, if we talking about the friend that I think we talking about, because I didn't seen y'all out and about in these pictures and everything. Now, normally studies say that it's usually the man that's more attractive than the woman. But let me tell you something. From a side eye looking, if it's the same one you talking about, a side eye looking in, I think homegirl wants to be a little bit more than friends because you are a good man. I'm talking to my cousin, y'all. You are a good man, a provider, a protector, and you're damn handsome. I don't think she just want to be friends, but all right. If you wanted to pursue that, trust me, you could pursue it. But all right, you agree, and you're a witness. Cheers to being a witness, but I don't know about that witness. But okay, if you say so. A Tribe Called Mez, and Mrs. Hicks is laughing because my aunt just, well, actually it's a Tribe Called Mez aunt, but I took her. She's laughing because she didn't press the button. I thought she had something to say and she ain't said nothing. Um but y'all tell me, we got 5 minutes to wrap this up. So I mean we can keep talking or we can end it, but I just wanted to get the vibe of how y'all felt about this. Again, like I said, for the newcomers, I was in the barbershop today and the men had a lot to say. I would love for more men to come on here because I think it's interesting when we get both sides of the spectrum of what's going on. But I appreciate y'all tuning in every Thursday at 7 o'clock. I try to keep it spicy. I try to keep the topics where we can continue to talk and laugh and get out of this mess of 2020 and the beginning of 2021. We've been in this house. We've been, down, down. So I decided to do this because I've been having a lot of friends tell me for years, oh, you need your own show, you need your own comedy, and da 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 da. You need to show. So I decided to do it. So here we are, and this is week 5. Excuse me, this is week 5, and I appreciate y'all, and I appreciate y'all commenting and liking and supporting and sharing. All love. I thank y'all for tuning in every week. And if y'all would like to share something else, be you're welcome to do so. If not, we're gonna end this. I thank y'all for tuning in. Let me see. Kay Lovett is saying men tend to get along better with women. Well, we feel the same way. How about that? We feel the same way. I feel like I get along better with men. Like if I had a male boss, if I had male friends, it's just easier. Not that I don't have female friends that I love and get along with, but I just think it's an easier vibe and it's just easier to deal with. Because women can be super, super catty and it aggravates me. So, and we're geared emotionally. We're emotionally geared. So everything comes out of emotion. Like it's just it's easy. It's easy like Sunday morning dealing with a man than it is a woman. I feel anyway. I don't know how y'all feel about that. I'm always sidebar over to the left with the conversation. But um I don't really think we got an answer tonight. And I don't think I was looking for an answer. I think I was just looking for everybody's opinion and to weigh in on it. And I appreciate it. Um every Thursday that y'all tune in. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting me. And unless anyone else wants to share, we're gonna get on out of here. It wasn't as spicy as I thought it was gonna be, because a couple of them weeks we were spicy. We had some guests and we had some things going, and it was a spicy situation. So if no one else wants to share, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. We 2 minutes without before Instagram cuts me off. So if y'all want to, Shauna says agreed. I'm assuming, Shauna, you're agreeing with men tend to get along better with women. Great job, cuz thank you. Shauna, I would love for you to stop in next Thursday at 7 o'clock on Instagram or YouTube. Welcome and thank you for stopping in. Guys, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. But before we wrap it up, we're gonna do one more. Every time you hear the bell, you know what it is. Cheers. Let's say Happy New Year's to each other. Let's love on each other. Let's do better. And let's make this year count. You heard me? I love y'all. We will tune in next week. I don't know what the topic is gonna be. But I pray that y'all tune in next week. Bye, guys.